I'm David Kruidsma at the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos, joined by Kevin Surace, the CEO of Surace Materials. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Surace, you've worked in a number of tech companies, Air Communications, National Semiconductors. Now you are working on drywall and windows. Why do these materials require someone with a high-tech background like yours?
Well, that's a great question. I think that the business requires a high-tech background. There's something about coming up through high-tech, whether it's semiconductors or software, or hardware, or voice user interface design, or all the things that I've done in my career, networking and wireless, is that in tech, we drove very, very hard. We use a term called walking through walls. We would walk through walls, meaning that people would put up this technical barrier that you think is a technical barrier because nobody else has done it before, and you'd grab a team together and say, I know other people say that's a wall, but we're not breaking the laws of physics. Let's walk through that wall. Well, that's something that the built environment has not done. I mean, it should walk through walls, of course, but the built environment has never done that. I mean, we basically build our buildings and our homes about the same way we did 100 or 200 years ago. Well, that's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. We wouldn't live in that with that in tech. Tech also, was able to bring out the very best in, whether it's Stanford grads or MIT grads or, the best engineers and the best business people that schools worldwide had to offer. And the built environment didn't always do that, didn't always attract those people because they weren't high growth areas, they were sort of commoditized. And so we're creating a company and have over the last 7 or 8 years that is not commoditized. It is really pushing the envelope on really advanced technologies throughout the built environment, including software technologies in the built environment.
And so what are some of the breakthroughs that you've made?
Well, certainly in Windows. I mean, already where we are in Windows is R values that are 2 times, 3 times, 4 times better than most of the competition. Now, 4 times, that's 400% better. We're sitting here in Davos, and you and I just looked at the front window on this lovely building here at the Hub Culture Pavilion, and it's a single pane window. That's an R1 piece of glass. R0 is an open hole, by the way, okay? By the way, dual pane is only R2 if those were dual pane clear windows. So we're looking at product that, we make that's R8 and R10 and as far as R20 actually is center glass for commercial. So we've really pushed the envelope on that technology. Our Surace Energy Manager platform, it's an energy efficiency platform. It comes into commercial buildings to reduce the energy usage in buildings by 15 or 20% by monitoring, analyzing, controlling every single system in that building. Better than humans could. These are great breakthroughs.
So these are fantastic breakthroughs. And one thing, we're having an event here called Climate Deal Day, where we're trying to emphasize the win-win solutions to climate change. So things that are both good for the economy and fight climate change. Within the building industry, there are a number of these. What are the biggest ones you think, and how is Surace Materials trying to take advantage?
Well, Surace Energy is a division, so you were right with Surace Energy. The bottom line is commercial building owners and homeowners worldwide need products that are going to pay back on the energy savings rapidly. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years is a stretch. Unless it's a government building, you get into past a few years, it's a stretch. So these have to pay back. And while we could talk about savings in terms of labor cost and happier people and happier workers and happier family and all those things, even though there's been lots of reports on these, they're a little harder to quantify. What building owners are looking for today is show me the ROI, show me what the payback is. Can you give me my money back in 2.5, 3 years? If you give me my money back in energy savings alone in 3 years, we have a winner. And that's what all our products are destined for, and so that products and services. And so you don't hear me talk as much about green today, because green to building owners and homeowners is this. It's, can I see the money back in my pocket? And I'm going to save on my utility bills. That's what they need to see. Those are hard ROI dollars. That's what wins in the built environment today.
And your website says that you've actually, so obviously your website has this really great ticker at the bottom of it where it says it's counting upward. It's how much dollars you've saved, how much energy you've saved, and how much carbon you've saved. I think it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars that you've saved, and it is about 1.5 million tons of carbon dioxide. The website claims that your goal is to save 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide, which is almost 1,000 times what you've done so far, and do so per year. How is that possible?
Well, one way would be to wait 1,000 years, and we should get there. The second way is we've got to continue to grow the technology in our products, which every year we've got, which is very unique in the built environment. We've got better products that usurp our old products almost every year. That is, we come out with things that almost eat our old products every single year. So we're continuing to push the envelope on technology. We have a world-class R&D team on all of these areas. And we're expanding our footprint of the things that we do. And we're expanding the areas that we do them in. So that continuing growth, you know, when we look at 1 billion tons, that may be a 20-year goal. It's a very long-term goal for a company like this. But on the other hand, you know, a few years ago we had, you know, 1 plant and a few workers, and today we've got 6 plants and 8 facilities and software development worldwide and rollouts worldwide. So it's grown an awful lot in the last few years.
Well, great. Well, we wish your company luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Surace. I'm David Kreutzma at the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos.